Our next demo is from Vitality. Vitality Energy is the central platform for smart buildings. Here we have Clayton Erickson, CEO of Vitality. Clayton, take it away.
Thank you. Can everybody hear me? I just wanted to make sure that everything is going good and can see my screen here, and that there's no issues here. Like she mentioned, my name is Clayton Erickson. I am the founder of Vitality. We are the central platform for smart buildings. And today what I'm going to show you is a real live client that is using our platform and how they are utilizing the system. So this is Salt Lake Community College. They are one of the largest one of the largest community colleges in the nation. And they have about 60 some odd buildings that are pushing real-time data to our platform. What we are looking at here is a custom dashboard that they have created. And what's interesting about this is, so this is real-time metering data that we're looking at specifically. Although we do have occupancy and building control and other stuff inside the system, they are specifically using it for energy management. So what they are doing is they are creating a totalized system inside through their platform. And this is what you're looking at over here. You can see that they have a building that turns on and off certain times a day that has a lot of demand, probably a chiller or something, as well as other campuses. What's cool about this is these are virtual meters. There's not actual meters in here. So you can do all kinds of customization inside of Vitality and create really customized dashboards. You can see down here, this particular building has a solar array on its roof. And you can see that during the day, it's surprisingly, it's a pretty overcast day today. And even today, they're able to go to net zero through the system. So point being, you can visualize any data that you want through custom dashboards. Now, what we're going to do next is go into one of their buildings. So I'm going to come over to our property section. And I'm going to try to find the community college's largest building is the Lifetime Activity Center. So we're going to search for the Lifetime Activity Center and pull it up here. And what we're going to see is another customized dashboard. This is a dashboard that is specifically for the community college. And what's interesting about this dashboard is they have solar on the roof, and the solar is not performing the way that the solar company promised it would perform. So they're running a bunch of different analytics on site on this dashboard so they can measure that. What you can see here is we got some standard solar production. These are just basic dashboard stuff that you're seeing right here with some very simple analytics as far as growth and all that stuff. But as we scroll down, they're starting to get a little bit more complex. They're visualizing the solar production versus the building's consumption, as well as creating a virtual net meter over the two. But down here, they're actually pulling data from their on-site weather station, and they're looking at the cloud cover for solar production, as well as the weather with the UV index. I believe, don't quote me on this, but I believe there is some issues as far as the solar company claiming that it's weather that's causing the issues. So that's exactly what they're doing. They created an analytic that is able to chart that data to see whether or not it is indeed weather that is causing the solar production to happen. So again, you can create very, very complex or very simple dashboards on any page. You can organize the data however you want to organize it. The whole system is very easily created. We can go even deeper into the data if we have questions. So I'm going to look at all the data that is being pushed to the system right now. This is a historian as well. And what this historian does is it shows data in the most up-to-date time. It is technically close to real time. It will update as the data is coming to the system. This particular client is every 15 minutes. So you might see that update while we're talking, you may not. You can go down to the minute of looking at data by just dragging and dropping times from here. What really makes us kind of sets apart is how easy you can extract data from Vitality. Every one of our data can be exported just by clicking on this export all button, and you can export it all into an Excel or CSV format. You can even check the detail of how many data points you want to have when you're exporting, or set some preset ranges for it. Again, what we're looking at specifically here is known as the historian. So it's designed to show you the data in its historical format. and nothing really else. But every data point that might be coming to the system, even some EUI calculations, are going to be pushed from the are going to be shown from here. So, going forward from here, we are going to go to our app center, and this is what we call our app center. So we can pull data from pretty much any non-proprietary source, such as Energy Star, building automation systems. We are completely non-proprietary. So you can connect data from Energy Star with just a couple of clicks. You just have to make sure you're sharing it with our platform, and you can pull data directly into the system, as well as your Energy Star score or anything like that. We can build custom dashboards. We have some custom built analytics, as well as some non-custom analytics. Some of our custom analytics are, we can identify building drift. Now I'm going to click on this building drift. We're going to go back and look at that same point that we looked at just a second ago, and we'll just look at it. So this is going to be demand for that building, and we'll look at it through month to or year to date on this particular one. And it's KW, and we'll compare this month to date compared to 2020's month to date. We should expect, due to COVID and shutdowns, that we'll see difference in data, and that's exactly it. You can see that they're comparing, the building's been green as its energy savings, except for the month of April, when the building was completely shut down. It is no longer shut down, and therefore more energy use is being identified. What's cool about this is that this can be set up as an automated alarm. So if the building starts drifting outside of a given percentage, it will automate an alarm through the system. Pretty easily created. We can also do weather normalization as a custom built data or a custom built analytic. So let me find that same point, and we'll look at KW, and we'll just look at the last 3 months on this one. What this is going to do what it just did is it weather normalized the data. Now, if you look at here, our software is running another analytic on top of this, and it's saying that this particular data does not appear to be affected by weather. So you can decide whether or not that data, the point that you're looking at, is affected by data and needs to be weather normalized or not. And it rates it between a scale of 0 to 100. Obviously, the closer to 100, the more effect weather has on the change of that data point. So you can do all kinds of, so those are some of the custom built analytics that we have. We also have a very complex billing center where if for whatever reason you needed to bill clients or departments, like the university or most of our universities or colleges will use this as generating fees or invoices for their different departments, such as athletics or something like that. It can do all different kinds of calculations, as well as very advanced rate schedules. So you can build rate schedules based off time of use, time of day, anything that is required as far as a rate schedule. It's very easily built. It doesn't require any custom programming or anything like that. It's just all inside the system. And once it's created, the software can generate the invoices for you, and you just need to approve it through the system and send it out. So that's kind of a high level overview of our system. I'm going to dive next into one of our more deep systems. It's called building intelligence. So this is where we take simple analytics and start turning that analytics very, very complex. What you can see here is this is a complex analytic dashboard for Salt Lake Community College again. And we're looking at the entire college's use. You can see that they're tracking this year's energy versus last year's, solar's energy versus consumption, as well as a breakdown identifying their most costly buildings being broke down. Now, what's cool about this is you can build this dashboard once, and then you can actually create on-the-fly filters. So where we're looking at the entire college-wide, with one click, we can go down to just a specific campus. So what this is going to do is it's going to re-query the database and redraw everything specifically for just, in this case, I clicked on the Redwood campus. The Redwood campus usage from here. And you can see here that there's no analytics or alarms from it. Let's see if we click on Jordan, if that would do. But again, with just a couple clips, you can build very complex dashboards through here. I'll actually show you another one. This is we've been looking at their Lifetime Activity Center building. This is the building that they are using for a report that they're sending to management every single month. So you can see this is a live demand that is on the platform. And this is our current live demand as well as peak demand that is on the system. And we're looking at energy use. So KW and KWH month over month. You can see definitely that when the college was shut down due to COVID last year, and as well as it's come back, as well as just a bunch of different analytics. You can see here our software, which is doing a regression analysis and predicting the regression all the way through the end of the year. This is created in just a couple clicks. All you need to do is be able to come into here. You don't need to know any really fancy programming skills or know how to do any advanced math. We built all that back into the back system. You can see it's a standard deviation with just a couple of clicks from here. So you can build as many of these little dashboards or reports as you want. Where the system starts to go to a next level is what we call pulses. So you can create a pulse off of any data point in here with just a couple of clicks. You hit add to pulse. You set the alert time. So for us, a pulse is a simple alert. You can set your standard threshold of, hey, do you want it to be greater than, less than, equal to, smaller than, between, whatever it might be. You can have it if it ever changes. So a lot of our clients are using this for occupancy, if they want to know if it's occupied or not occupied, or you can do it automatic. So we built in some really deep machine learning and AI into our system that is constantly looking at any changes or drifts that's happening, and any anomalies the software detects, it will send you an alarm based off of that. And you can manage your pulses through here. So again, this is a live client that we're looking at, and they're looking mostly at demand. You can see here that there was some gap in data, but they haven't had any alarms. If it was an alarm, a little red dot would show up on here saying, hey, this was the alarm date, time, and everything that was associated with it. You can even do custom scripting if you so choose from the system, and also look at anything you might want to do from there off of it. So you can create as many deep analytic platforms or alarms that you want from here. The other really cool thing about our building intelligence system is you can automate reporting. So instead of having someone in every month going in and doing like an energy management report or something of that nature, you can actually come in here and click on a PDF version. And what this is going to do is it's showing you what the report would look like if it were to be sent out. And what you can actually edit this in real time and on the fly. So again, no custom programming, no, they don't have to, hire any specialists to get this stuff done. You can bring it in here, drag and drop reports, set the automation of how you want it to be downloaded through the system and sent. I'm not going to save this because I don't want it to actually be sent to anybody. We also have a couple of clients that are using this for on screens. So you can turn it into like a visualization presentation mode where it takes away the editing version of it. You can export, download it, and again, redo scripts. The system allows you to create as many dashboards or as many analytics as you need. There's no limit to the number of users or anything else that happens from here. Now for our last little bit, I'm just going to go deeper into this one chart and just show you how where a lot of our clients are using this on the engineering side, in that you can do a bunch of different charts like pivot tables, normal tables, area charts. But where this gets really powerful is if you have a custom algorithm that you're using, it is very easy to write an algorithm. All you have to do is know the formula, and you find the data point over here on the left, you write your formula. And we tried to create this as easy as you can. So you can search through it from here. So like we search for max value or anything else that you want to do. Very easy to search for and be able to drag and drop stuff in here. You can actually test it and save your algorithms. So if you have a client that has a very specific algorithm, you can write the algorithm once. All you'd have to do is connect the data to it and then deploy it out there really fast. It's very easily done as well. one thing that Vitality prides ourselves on is customer support. We do charge an implementation fee, but outside of that, we do not charge for any support. So every one of our clients is assigned a client success manager, and that client success manager's only job is to make sure that the software is working the way they want it to work and works well. So, as far as training is concerned, we offer a top of the line training. We offer, inside of our software at any given time, we have this knowledge base where you can click on this and it will actually walk you through how to do anything, just with the number of clicks. So it'll walk you through how to do it and set anything up. So very easily learned, very easily implemented. You can also chat with us at any given time just by through here. And we actually push our clients to chat because we can see exactly what they're looking at when they have issues. The last thing I'm going to mention is our ability to white label and customize the platform. We have a number of clients across the country that are offering this to, that are reselling it or using it as an OEM. And you can white label Vitality. You can put your own logo in it, your own colors. We can host it on your own domain, all that stuff. So all the data can be secure on your own servers, everything it needs to do to be able to go from there. So yeah, that was kind of a quick, dirty overview of Vitality.
Thanks, Clayton. All right, we're going to dive right into the Q&A. So our first question is, can you integrate with a campus interactive map?
Yes. All we need to, so we can either, I guess it depends on how you integrate with that map. We've integrated in a couple different ways. If your system has a GIS campus map that you want it to be integrated to, we can integrate it to it. I will actually bring that back up. This might take a second to load, but yes, that map on the background is just a back placeholder. What we do is the software actually programs the pin. So if you have your own pin, we can drop it on there at any time.
Okay, and then we have one more question, I believe, down here. As far as security goes, what standards are followed?
Yeah, so we follow all the top line security standards. Some of our biggest clients are like the U.S. Coast Guard, National Guards, working with Air Force. We are in the very late stages of proving that we have all those standards with a FedRAMP certification. So we meet all the security meet or exceed all the known security standards out there. We also work with universities and like the Coast Guard and stuff like that. We are an authorized Verizon rep, so we can connect through a secure VPN network to pull data out of facilities and into directly to us without going through the standard WebSockets.
Okay, and last question. Would you share Vitality's pricing model?
Absolutely, I will. Let me pull it up real quick. Oh, one other thing I guess I forgot to show you is this is our executive summary that does, we can convert everything to operational costs and cost per square feet, as well as do a prediction of doing nothing. This is just another dashboard, but let me pull it up and our pricing guide. So we charge per point. Our lowest package is 500 points. We found that covers majority of the market without having to, because we pull data from utility bills too. So we don't want to go in with like a low $50 point or something like that. What I showed you today was our enterprise package, but you can go as low as just our professional package or our billing package for it. But that's our standard list pricing.